On to what's making news headlines. Economists are expecting to hear better news when the government releases the latest unemployment numbers later today. Some analysts believe the economy added 93,000 jobs in August. That's down from 117,000 created in July, but it shouldn't raise the unemployment rate. The new figures show that businesses likely shrugged off recession fears and kept hiring last month, just not enough to lower the rate either. The bad news is a new Gallup poll shows 30% of workers fear they could get laid off. Well, the president will be in Detroit this weekend, speaking during Labor Day festivities there. And while details are sketchy, the Detroit Free Press says he'll talk about his role in the revitalization of General Motors and Chrysler. He's also just days away from revealing his job creation plan before a joint session of Congress. So what do local lawmakers hope to hear in that speech? Republican State Senator John Prose represents Michigan's 21st District, and he's joining us now this morning with more. Good morning.
Good morning. Big opening weekend for the Irish.
Yeah, it is.
And the Spartans and the Wolverines.
You know, it is that time of year, but you know, so many people would love to say so many things in the positive territory. And as far as job creation and so forth, we're not seeing that in Michigan.
Actually, we're seeing some things turn around in Michigan. With the tough decisions we made, and in fact we talked about it here on set with you and with your viewers throughout the spring, some of the tough decisions we made as it related to budget, closing a $1.5 billion hole that we had in our budget, making some of those tough decisions, it gave us a chance to talk to the rating agencies, and of course in the federal government, they took a dim view of the federal government's perspective in terms of debt and our crisis as it related to the budget. In Michigan, because of the decisions that we made, they've given a positive outlook to us. In the rating agencies, now that's big because that saves taxpayers a lot of money in the long run. I think we've got a good direction set now in Michigan with the new governor, Rick Snyder, and making sure that we look towards the future so that job growth and business retention can be our #1 focus.
What are you going to be listening for in the president's speech this weekend?
I'd like to see the president take a page right out of what we've done in Michigan. And really, the tough decisions that we've made are not pleasant. It's been very, very challenging, no question. But had we not changed, we would continue to find ourselves looking behind everybody else. We've led the nation in all the wrong lists. We want to be leading the nation in the lists of job growth and job creation. So for us, we want to make sure that the federal government does a little bit of what we've done, which is to take that hard look and take those tough choices so that we can put the federal government, like we have done in Michigan, back on the right track.
John, your session starts again on Wednesday?
We're back on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay, so what
it's
can
like
you
expect?
Day of
school again.
First day, you can only imagine.
Exactly.
And schools get back in session in
That's
Michigan
right.
on Tuesday. What are some of the things to look for? What are our residents in Michigan, our Michigan residents, going to see as far as what's on the docket for Michigan?
Part of what we'll do is make sure that we look at the budget that goes into effect on October 1st and make sure that we're getting the value for the taxpayer dollars. After all, we do have a very large budget, but much smaller than it once was, which is good. We're moving in the right direction. We also need to look at our regulatory environment. We have over 12,000 different rules and regulations that exist in Michigan that make it really difficult for job growth, that make it difficult for that high unemployment that we have had for so long. We need to make it a climate that allows for our businesses to hire Michigan people, get people back to work. Really, the model exists for the federal government to look at what we've done, and in fact, I've talked to our Congressman Fred Upton and said, hey Fred, I think we've got some good things happening in Michigan. You can be proud of what we've done in the legislature. And now with the super committee that he's on in Washington, hopefully he takes a page out of some of the things that we've done to look towards the future and live within our means.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, Senator John Prose, and get back to work.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot.